Hi, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture as I get this together. It's not cute not knowing. I go by the nickname Ginger, and we start with a hug. So, how you guys doing? First, we got to do some house cleaning. The weekend edition is up. Show us some love. This is a fancy one. LaShawn Simon puts it together. She must have started up a busy weekend. It's up already. Show us some love. Check it out. For those who are like, Patty, you ain't got no pictures. It's pictures and it's fancy and it's a weekend entertainment update. So do check it out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I meant to do this like 2 days ago. We have reached the 45,000 mark. I say I'd rather have a slow climb so people could stay because when you're consistent, we're at 45,000. We're probably like 40,100 by now because I meant to do it the other day. But every day we are getting new subscribers, and we welcome you to the channel. I'm Patty Jackson, your auntie of pop culture. Stacey Dash. She was one of the clueless girls. Gorgeous. She's got a child by Christopher Williams. Just beautiful. Kanye West video. Just beautiful girl. But then she got a little radical. She came out as a super conservative and was just talking crazy. Well, Stacey Dash said she was addicted to pills, that she was indeed a drug addict, and it was the opioids pending from an injury. But she said it made her mind in an altered state. Now, Stacey is looking to recreate her career, bring it back up, but Stacey Dash is saying she was addicted to pills. Next Tuesday, we're going to finally get to see Queens. Queens is the new show on ABC with Eve, Brandy, Naturi Naughton. They play a singing group, girl group from back in the day. They wonder, can they come back? Because in the 90s, they were hot. But today, can they still be hot and accepted? Tuesday night at 10 on ABC, this new show, Queens. I'd seen so many promos that it took me aback when I was like, oh yeah, the 19th. It's next week. So we're finally going to get to see this show. Singer Adele, she's back with a new song, Easy on Me. Over 26 million people viewed the video. You're going to see Adele everywhere, and she's going to be having a TV special towards the end of the year. Since we're talking about music, I love Adele. But I wonder why, and this is a question for producers who producing this new music today. Why can't a black woman sing like this? Why won't you find an African American female who could sing like this? I'm not talking about those from back in the day who have made their mark. I'm talking about new singers today. These new girls ain't opening up their mouth and they whining and they're, I want a belter. Like, you ever wonder, will there ever be another Whitney Houston? I don't think they know what to do with singers who have a real voice. I'm talking about, you ain't got to go on no computer and piece all the bits together. They can belt out a song like that. It seems to me with African American females, rappers, everything is sexualized. It's just too sexual. Absolutely nothing is left to the imagination, and it's gimmicks on gimmicks on gimmicks. Where is the respect? Because, if you're an African American singer, you gotta be naked, bending over, sticking your tongue out. Where are the singers? Where are the sisters who can blow? And why aren't they getting that attention like you see with Adele? Adele is allowed to sing great songs, but you take an R&B singer, African American singer, she gotta be nasty. And they're gonna say, well, sex sells. Some people may like nastiness, but after a while you get tired and you wonder, like, you mean to tell me that y'all can't try to find the next Spill of Time in the Patti LaBelle or Anita Baker, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston? I think of those like a Jennifer Hudson who can sing in a Fantasia. I think the reason they never reached that musical success because they were working with producers that had them in a box and didn't even know how to deal with their voices because these are women who can really sing. Can we just get back to that? Women who can really sing, not bend over, show your butt, but belt out of tune and can sing. The music industry is so different. And I do think there is a slight, because they'll say, well, this is what people want, and this sells. No, I wish we could get back to some real singing. Colin Kaepernick, will he ever get back in the NFL? He's on the cover of the digital edition of Ebony. Great interview from Sonny Hostin. He's been gone from the NFL like 6 years. Do you think they'll ever let him back in? I don't think so. All the brouhaha over the kneeling, and now you get to see when they talk about social justice and things, and it's like, maybe he had a point. He's older now. I don't see them letting him back in the NFL. They've given him enough money to go and sit. I know there's a new Netflix series about the younger years of Colin Kaepernick, but I don't think they're going to let him back in the NFL. This Sunday, the Versus is Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One. Who you got? The best way to view it is on Instagram, VERZUZ TV. Y'all know I'm Big Daddy Kane all day, but two incredible rappers. Have you ever heard the saying, you learn something new every day? I've got a tidbit for y'all. We know Nick Cannon for them babies. We know Nick Cannon for his talk show. We know Nick Cannon from Wild 'N Out and The Masked Singer. But did you know that Nick Cannon is the manager for Little Kim? Yes. Little Kim says they have been friends for years and Nick has been managing her career. I've always been a fan of Little Kim. Kim, no more spastic surgery though. No more. No more plastic. No, stop. I want you to stop. Because you're a pretty girl. Pretty lady. Stop. No more. No. No plastic. No more plastic surgery. But I did not like this week. She was going back and forth with rapper 50 Cent. He was trolling her, calling her a leprechaun. 50, you need to lighten up. Because everything ain't funny when you start wanting to attack women. Stop showing your discomfort with the sisters. Stop. There's no need to be out here calling Little Kim a leprechaun. And she was like going back and forth. And I was like, Kim, ignore him. Because sometimes when people be throwing that hate, you just got to ignore them. Halle Berry finally has a movie that I'm excited about, and it's Bruised. I have not liked her movie selections, but this one's coming on Netflix on the 21st, streaming. Woo! It looks good. She plays a disgraced MMA fighter. They are the fighters that not only box you, but kick you. She's not glamorous at all. She's trying to reclaim her life. I'm excited about that. Last night, the trailer came on for Power Book 2. That bad Tariq. Michael Rainey Jr., Mary J. Blige, Method Man. The next season looks good. Redman is in it, playing Method Man's brother. He plays this guy in prison, but this new season looks really good. Woody McClain, you know who we love from the Bobby Brown movie. He's in it for this season. This is all going to lead up to the beginning of the year when Tommy's story is going to be told. Idris Elba, you're going to see him everywhere, y'all. Everywhere, because his all-black Western, The Harder They Fall, starts streaming on Netflix November the 3rd. Jay-Z produced it. Him and Beyonce, they are all out with these premieres. They had a huge premiere in London. It's Regina King. It's Jonathan Majors. It's Delroy Lindo. Woody McClain he's in this movie. Deion Cole is in it. The Harder They Fall is an all-black Western starring Idris Elba. You guys see the cover of Esquire magazine. He's on the cover, and they call him the coolest guy on earth. And looking at this cover, he certainly is. I do a podcast, Patty and the Millennials. I can keep you busy just alone. I'm the baby boomer. There's millennials. There's Gen X. It's a great conversation. We talk about living a life in joy, which is hard because life is hard. can be stressful. Every day is not a great day. But how do you keep that spirit to go on and things that will bring you joy? Because joy and happiness are two different things. Finding a parking space on a crowded block and you got to like run into a store. It could come from your kids. It could come from a really good cup of coffee if you're into coffee. For me, when everything in the studio works right and I can get all of my work done and I'm just like giddy, how to live a life in joy. It was a good conversation because it's not as easy as it sounds, some pie in the sky thing. It can be hard because life can be challenging. So we got the podcast, SoundCloud, Pandora, iHeartRadio podcast, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. That's where you can find us. That is where we live, the podcast, Patty and Millennials. So what are you going to do this weekend? In the Northeast, we're having summer-like weather, but by Sunday, they say it's going to change and fall is really going to come in. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm hanging out with Jamie Foxx tonight. The Oscar winner has written a book, Act Like You Got Some Sense, and we're doing a big event here in Philadelphia to celebrate him with these tales of wisdom from his grandmother and the legacy that he wanted left for his daughters. Of course, Auntie is going to have lots of scoop on Monday. Don't forget the weekend edition is up, so check that out. The podcast. Have a great weekend. Guess what, y'all? On purpose, have a great weekend. I'm Patty Jackson. Thanks for joining me. I'm your auntie of pop culture.